What up, Woozards? Dev, SBMCG, aka Papa Crab Cakes, aka the Green Lung, aka the Messiah of the Belly Flop, and we're here today doing a little laid-back gameplay here. We're going to talk some Naya Giants. I just put out the deck tech for this earlier today. I want to go ahead and push out some games real quick, with a quick correction too. I've already pinned this comment in the original deck tech, but there are actually 2 Collision Colossus in the sideboard. There's only one in the video because numbers, you know, I fat fingered and hit 1, so it's very easy for me to fat finger. You see these honkers, these ridiculous hams that I walk around with every day. So yeah, there's supposed to be 2 Collision Colossus in that sideboard, but just in case you haven't seen this deck tech yet, we'll go through it real quick because the basic concept is super simple, just like me. There's Realm Cloak Giant, which destroys all non-giant creatures, so let's just like play a bunch of giants is basically all we're doing. Your Bone Crusher Giant, already one of the best creatures in Standard, so yeah, it's really no opportunity cost to play in that. I mean, it's not bad to begin with. Same thing with Beanstalk Giant. This is already a really good piece of ramp. It's on a bunch of different ramp decks, and it's the biggest creature in the deck, technically, so it goes in, and we do have to play Sunder Shaman and Rampart Smasher, which aren't great, but they're at least 4 mana 5/5s, and there's a lot that Sunder Shaman there's a lot that Sunder Shaman can do right now in this format. There's a bunch of artifacts and enchantments for it to target if it does get through. So, you know, that's kind of the basics. But we've got Arboreal Grazer in here to ramp. We don't care when it dies to Realm Cloak Giant. Lava Coil, a little bit of early removal. We've got Once Upon a Time in here. I've actually changed the numbers slightly to 3 Lava Coil, 3 Once Upon a Time. It was 4 Once Upon a Time, 2 Lava Coil, but I've upped it by 1 Lava Coil for this gameplay video. We'll see how that goes. But there's also 2 Response Resurgence. A lot of people, well, 2 or 3 people in the comments section said play Justice Strike instead of Response Resurgence. Well, Justice Strike is a good card right now, especially if your main goal is to take out Questing Beast. Justice Strike is nice, but we actually do get red mana a lot easier than we get white mana, and you can't cast Justice Strike for red. So there's that, and you also can't use Justice Strike to get 2 attack steps in. So I mean, that actually is kind of important some of the time, and we make 5 mana like it's no problem in this deck. So I really like the Resurgence half of this a good bit. And every now and again, there will be creatures that you can't kill with Justice Strike that you can kill with Response. It does happen. So I do think Justice Strike is a good call in this slot, especially if you don't have, like, the rare wild cards in Arena and you don't want to spend them on Response Resurgence. That totally makes sense. I mean, where else are you going to really play this card, right? But, I mean, I would submit that you might play this card a good bit now, because it is really good against a Questing Beast. But aside from that, let's move on to Prison Realm. Just basic removal, kills, you know, Okos and stuff, and all kinds of whatnots. But there's also 2 Nissa, because he's just a ridiculous card. And that's about it. As far as the main deck, you know, 26 lands, and we out of there. So let's go ahead and take this thing onto Mount Garena and see if we can make it to the summit. Alright, we got our first one here against the White Wizard here. And this doesn't look like the worst opening hand I've ever seen. We might actually be able to get Sunder Shaman on curve. Plus, we have this Response Resurgence. We'll see if it actually does its job in the early game. So, yeah, mana to cast Bone Crusher Giant. We're in the money here. We can do this, y'all. This is cash. But let's see what White Wizard is up to, even. See, the one deck that I'm probably most afraid of is the Esper Dance deck, or the Doom Foretold deck, whatever you call it. That deck is stupid good, but that's not what they're playing. They're playing blue and red. We'll see what's up with that, as we probably just lead on Rugged Highlands here. And Sega Genesis. Let's see what they're doing. Now, I'm supposed to be I'm talking about Pioneer today. Ooh, neat, right? Okay, green, black, blue, red. So, But I'm supposed to be talking about Pioneer today, but just like keeping it real, I'm not ready. I need like 2 more days at least to explore that format. I think I'm actually just gonna forest this turn, but I need a couple more days to explore that format and figure out exactly what's going on and what's winning, you know, and what's not. Okay, Plaza of Harmony, so it is just gates. I was wondering if that's what was going on here. We do gain the 3. Growth Spiral main phase. There's down a Simic Guild gate. Ziggy wants in, like, so bad. I think I'm about to let him in a second here. Alright, I'm just going to Bone Crusher them. because with all the Gatebreaker Rams and Gate Colossuses and such, Gate Colossi? I'm not really sure I'm actually going to be able to get like a clean shot in on a creature with the Bone Crusher Giant, so let's just Bone Crusher this turn and say go. Let me let old Ziggs in, see what's going on this turn. What you got, buddy? A Guild Summit. That's a card people play in Gates. Come on, Bob. Come on in. It's all right. Yeah, good man. Good man you are. All right, let's sit back down so I can hit next. I'm actually kind of being the jerk right now. All attack. Get in. Now, it's just Fabled Passage for a mountain. You don't think that's the right play, Bob? I think it's the right play. Get a mountain. Sunder Shaman. And now, even if they play a gate this turn, they can't Gates Ablaze away the Shaman. So that's nice. That's very good. And then Sunder Shaman, if it gets through, there's a Gate Breaker. It's a 6/6. Oofta. All right, we can actually just double Lava Coil this Gate Breaker Ram, get through a Sunder Shaman, get rid of that Guild Summit. I think that's actually the way to do things. What do you think that's the wrong play, Bob? Come on. Come on up here. You gonna do it? Yeah. Hey, Bubby. All right. So, Lava Coil. I'm doing it. Lava Coil. Next. Bubby, seriously. Alright. Bop, bop. Guild Summit. Alright, that was probably a decent little turn there. Let's go ahead and throw it on Temple Garden tapped. Oh my goodness, Bub. Always. This is why I was reluctant to let you in. But, you know, I love you, so I can't say no to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can like Gates Ablaze away the Sunder Shaman at this point. And that wouldn't be great. But do they have it? No, they have an Archway Angel, which is going to gain them a buttload of life. So that's good. But let's just... Yeah, let's Prison Realm that away. Prison Realm on top, which I will actually take. I was worried about wasting a Prison Realm, quote-unquote wasting it, on an Archway Angel. Alright, down to 9 is White Wizard. We will cast. We will play a Plains. We'll play a White Source of our own White Wizard. How do you feel about... You've only got 1 White Source. Technically 2 at the Plaza. Alright, is this the turn for the Gates Ablaze? If you don't have any sort of removal, you might lose. There's a Hydroid Crisis. Cool, we're drawing a Prison Realm, right? Alright. So... I will not keep that Lava Coil. Alright, let's put him at 2. And now at this point, even if they play a creature or remove one of our creatures, we've still got it. But we still don't want Gates Ablaze. And they've had plenty of time to draw it. If they're playing it, they have to be playing Gates Ablaze. This is Gates. Come on. What you got, WW? You got a cute little fox over here. I don't play with pets. Just slow down the gameplay experience. My computer already has a hard enough time rendering, you know, so I'm not going to render the fox and all of its animations along with it. So, Gatebreaker Ram, they still have 3 cards in their hand and like 5 mana left over, so they have things. They can be doing. But they are hourglassed here. Hydroid Crisis. Ah, I wish we'd have kept the Lava Coil, right? Okay. Well, we got another prison realm, so they really want us to win this one. I guess the arena gods do. The prison realm, get that out of there. They're gonna nice, which... Well, can we get, Sure, whatever. Can we get, like a... Oh, thank you, they good gamed us. Again, that's what I was just about to say. Can we get like a thank you? Can we do that? Down here, like, in the dialogue options? Because sometimes when people nice me, I want to thank you. You know? Like, I want to do that. But, anyway, we pretty handily won that first one against a Gates deck that couldn't quite find its Gates ablaze. It's like, that really could have helped for it, but... Still, good game. We did have to draw 3 prison realms in a row, but either way, victory is victory. Alright, we got our second one here against Vistro, or Vistro. Either one is cool. You're either going down to the Vistro for a bite, or you're striking up the band Vistro, but let's see. It was actually decent enough. We'll see if Response actually earns its keep here. But we did start on Realm Cloak Giant and Beanstalk Giant, so... Seems good to me. If we draw 1 land in here, we can ramp into a Realm Cloak Giant. So there's another Fable Passage. It's just like the last video. I say, oh, I want to draw a land. It's always going to be Fabled Passage. All right, so I'd say we just start on Temple of Triumph here. Yeah, that's the way to go. You know what, Prison Realm? You did your job in the last game, so I'm going to keep you on top. Our opponent did lead on Island, so... We'll see what comes of that. Another island. Alright. A drowned secret. Alright, so these response resurgence are hopefully going to work out on the other end. On the second half. Alright, so probably just tap Temple Garden this turn. Although maybe we'll just Fabled Passage to make sure we can hit Beanstalk next turn. I think that's the right call. I'd really like a creature that I can afford to play in the next couple of turns. That would be primo. Alas, they've already got their Drowned Secrets down. Let's see if we can lose to Mill for the first time this season. Buddy, you are antsy, and I'm going to put you down for now. You go exploring. Here's a wall of Lost Thoughts. Let's resolve all of that. It seems like in these gameplay videos, we usually come across a Mill deck. And we have yet to lose to it, but this time, I feel like something's a little different this time. We'll see what happens. Let's pop this Fable Passage for a green source. Yeah. Well, that's good, because we drew Rampart Smasher. Alright, let's take the 2 because our life total does not matter at all in this game. And let's go ahead and Beanstalk Giant. And let's get a red source. So what I'd really like to do is get a Sunder Shaman and actually get it through. Start killing Drowned Secrets and such. That'd be nice. Lava Coil goes in the bin. Don't really care. Along with the land. Hey, Beeper. Bub's just down there beeping. Big Bub's beepers. I miss Hey Arnold. And there goes 2 Prison Realms. Lands. And Merfolk Secret Keeper comes out. Drowned Secrets hits us. We're at 32 cards. They have churned through half of our library. That is actually a really good clip. So, at this point we just Rampart Smasher. Fabled Passage. Well, I guess we could just like a Realm Cloak Giant. Not sure how much that would matter. Let's go ahead and Rampart Smasher. Hey, Bub, you're up here. You made it. You made it back, Bub. Let's see if we can get your giant feet over the microphone cord. You did it. I'm so proud of you. Alright, so F to the P. And, yeah, in turn. See if we get this Rampart Smasher unsummoned or something when we go to attack in with it. Callous Dismissal, alright. So we called that something was going to happen to it. But our opponent is down to 1 card in their hand, but they can Witching Well soon. Secret Keeper. Oh boy, alright. Oh dog. 23 cards left in our library. We're down to just about 1/3. There's a Secret Keeper coming out. Drown Secrets. We are at about 1/3 now of our starting library. Whew. Really doing it this game. Love it. I'd like to give Mill a win, honestly. Mill needs all the wins it can get. Wow, we have one basic land left in our library. That's nice. So, dude, Bub, you are super aggressive right now. I mean, I love it. I think that you're very sweet. Alright, so we'll just Rampart Smasher. Yeah, we'll just Rampart Smasher. Always think twice, right? Enters taps, Sego. Oh boy. Hope that we can survive the onslaught. He wants to be on my shoulder? It's Ziggy's favorite place to be. Oh, I wonder if that's a didn't say please. You know it is. You know. It's a DSP. Come on, Bubby. Just walk away. Just walk away. All right, let's test them. It's gotta be one, right? It has to be a didn't say please. So let's do it. Let's do it, y'all. Let's just do it. Let's just pull the trigger. I know it's my go, Vistro. I'm just seeing. All right, so if they don't have it, they don't have it. That's awesome. That's like the best news. Giant hand. The God hand coming down. All right, Temple Garden. Tapped. What you gonna do? Nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. Bam! Gosh, I wish you were a Thunder Shaman. That would be so freaking dope. All right. Vantris Gargoyle. We have 15 cards left in our library. Is the right play just to Realm Cloak Giant? Is that actually the right play? Actually, you can't block, can you? All right. So each just want to make sure. Yeah, can't block unless you have 4 more cards in your hand. So you can't block, Keith David from Gargoyles. All right. That's probably the best news ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, I'm not in any way worried about our life total. They can attack all day. That would be awesome. Alright, so what we'll do here is Beanstalk Giant. Should have played the one from Exile. But my microphone, in case you didn't know, you've probably seen by now, my microphone is one of these ancient blue snowballs. And it sometimes covers up the cards in my hand. This is an actual thing that happens. So it kind of covered up Beanstalk over there, but I should have remembered that time. We have 13 cards left in our library. Overwhelmed Apprentice. We'd actually like a land this turn. But I don't know. We can just win off Realm Cloak Giant. Especially now. They have 1 mana left here. We have 9 cards in our library. And we can go. So let's just Realm Cloak Giant. Destroy all the non-giants. Brrr, giant hand. And I'll attack. That's it, right? Oh, sweet. Alright, I was sniffing out maybe an unsummon there, which would have been disastrous, but we did it against Vistro there. We're 2-0 at this point. Let's see if we can go a little higher. Hey, we're back in Platinum Tier 3 for like the 3rd time, so that's good news too. Alright, we're running against Caesar the Great 1. Why don't we just totally stab Caesar? Is that going to get me demonetized? Quoting Mean Girls, but anyway, this is playable, even though it's kind of stinky that we got an Arboreal Grazer and no green source. So, I'm not a huge fan of that, but I think I might just go ahead, slap down the Fabled Passage this turn so that we can guarantee Grazer next turn. We can also guarantee like Lava Coil Bone Crusher if we absolutely have to. They lead on Mountain into Fervent Champion, so maybe we do want Bone Crusher next turn. Although I guess we can just Arboreal Grazer. Still going to get a green source, though. Oops, thought it was our turn. Alright, now we can pop Fabled Passage without the comment section going crazy. Alright, so Forest. Another Sacred Foundry. What is happening? Alright, so I think I will just Grazer this turn. Try to get to Realm Cloak Giant a little bit faster, you know. But in the meantime, we do have removal for these little guys, so it's not too big of a deal. Let's go ahead. Sacred Foundry. AG, the Attorney General. Hit Sacred Foundry again. And take a sip of coffee. It's good coffee. 10th Street. Sorry there's not like a funky drink of the day today like there usually is, but I'm a man who enjoys his coffee. So just Kroger breakfast blend, lots of cream, just a little bit of sugar, you know. In case you wanted to know how to take my coffee. Doubt that you did. Alright, so we have got all the removal, right? let's Winner's tapped. Then turn. It's probably not worth it to play Sacred Foundry untapped to play 2 removal spells if it costs us more life than just getting attacked by the creature in the first place. We'll see if the Cavalcade comes down this turn. If it does, we'll just like Bone Crush or something in response. Chandra. Chandra. Alright, I guess that's fine. Resolve that.
Anyone need a match? No. Too bad.
I will stomp the 10th Street Dodger. Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, they're so cute.
And let them get in for T. Let's see if they Rimrock this Arboreal Grazer. They don't. 16, not a terrible position. Got a Fabled Passage. It's like Realm Cloak Giant should be pretty good right now, but it's actually not great. Let's just drop Fabled Passage. Hit up Bone Crusher Giant. Next. No attacks. End the turn. Alright, see what they're doing here. They still have 5 cards in their hand. That's actually a lot for Mono Red on like turn 4. Scorch Spitter, so there's not going to be a Torbrand this turn. That's for the best. Ah, another Fervent Champion. That's exactly why I kind of waffled on whether or not it was going to be 10th Street or Fervent Champions, because I didn't want like double Fervent Champion. Yeah. You go ahead. You go on with your bad self. Alright.
Don't worry. I brought company.
Yeah. You got big Javier Dominguez's over there. Alright, this is where I do worry about Rimrock Knight a good bit. But I guess it's fine. I mean, I'm just going to Realm Cloak next turn. One way or the other. I would like to keep Bone Crusher, and we do. That's good. Or at least, from what we can tell so far, we do. Maybe it'll get skewered or something. Yeah, it got skewered. Let's go get our second green source, finally, with this Fabled Passage. Oh no! I went too far and hit white source. I mean, it doesn't matter, but that was a misclick is what that was. I have a trackball mouse. It cost me a little bit there. Slid too far, Mr. Track. Mr. Ball. Alright, we'll Realm Cloak. Reset the board here. We're still going to take a couple damage this turn. Maybe 4 if they get a Cavalcade. They get a Torbrand. Which we can just Lava Coil. But we're going to take like 6 this turn. And that's gonna suck. It's gonna suck so hard. It'd be nice to draw a Prison Realm for this Chandra. We've been drawing all the Prison Realms so far. So maybe our luck has run out on that. Alright, first things first, you have to lava coil the Torbran. And I'm actually really thinking about just playing this Bone Crusher Giant. That's not a great idea, though. It really isn't. Whew, alright, let's see if we can do this. We can take 3 and go to 5 this turn, which I don't want to do. But then we can Bone Crusher the Chandra, put it at 2, and then just attack into it, maybe? Maybe we can do that. But, nah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work the way I want it to at all. Play Bone Crusher next turn. We still have mana for Response Resurgence, or Lava Coil for that matter, but we're going to be in the danger zone very soon.
Don't worry, I brought company.
Torbran. Ah! Okay. Well, they were hoping to kill us this turn, and they don't get to. That's pretty good, but we're dead one way or the other, I think, to this mono red deck. Let's see. Well, I guess we can Lava Coil the Torbran. And we can stay alive with the Response Resurgence or an Arboreal Grazer, a little bit of both, right? It's going to be fun to use Response Resurgence on a 1-1. Spitfire! That's what we'll have to use Response Resurgence on.
Oh, they're so cute.
So we're at 1. I just want to draw one more card. It's a Stomping Ground. How hilarious is that? Well, let's just good game our opponent. Get out of this one. We are 2-1 with Naya Giants. Let's get one more in. We're up against Kaito for this one, and it's not the best hand, but it's not the worst hand in the world. Start on Arboreal Grazer. We get Beanstalk Giant. Once Upon a Time is free, so I'll take it. I'll take it. See what we can do with it. Let's lead on Once Upon a Time here. Wow. Alright, so let's take a Forest. The worst Once Upon a Time ever. Let's play the Forest they know we have. Arboreal Grazer, Stomping Ground. And hit him up style, Kaito. What you got? Miss Vivian Avatar. You got a Duress main deck. Get rid of that Nissa. Bye, Nay. It's got to be Nissa, right? Yeah, here it goes. We draw another Once Upon a Time. That's business, I guess. Let's go ahead and Beanstalk Giant for the ramp. It is more important to cast a Sunder Shaman that we might draw now than to cast a Realm Cloak Giant that we might cast turns from now, and that's only one white source anyway, so yeah, I think we're going to do that. Plus, now we can response if we have to at some point soon. Of course, a white source would have enabled us to do that too, so it's not really much of a point. But let's see what opponent does in their probably mono black discard deck. Yep, Burglar Rat. Hey, look at how things worked out. That's why you do things sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. Sunder Shaman coming down. They're going to kill it somehow. The murder's right at this turn. We'll see. Yarrick's Finlurker. There goes Response Resurgence. Ooh, it's green-black. Okay. It's green-black. It is some kind of discard deck, though. I mean, Burglar Rat and Yarrick's Finlurker in the 2-drop slot. You are dedicated to your plan, friend. Let's go ahead and drop a Stomping Ground. Come on over. Come on over, baby. As Christina would say. I'm going to block with Burglar Rat. Rat's off to you. Don't look at me like that, Fox. I see you over here. I mean, I have to do my job. My job is to attack with a 5/5. Opponent gets Jungle Hollow. What is the green in your deck? It's an Arboreal Grazer, which we're going to play. Just so we don't have to discard it, you know? Thinking about not blocking, but he will. They will. I gotta get better about that. Boom. An Arboreal Grazer. Alright. So what you doing? I've given you enough time to get to Cavalier mana, but you wouldn't actually matter if you had a Cavalier. You do have a Foulmire Knight, and that's all you need. A Foulmire Knight blocking this Sunder Shaman. I love Foulmire Knight. But we got a good answer to that this turn. Let's just stomp it out of existence. Which should, technically, for flavor reasons, fizzle the Bone Crusher Giant. Because the Knight has Death Touch, and if you stomp it, and it's like stomping on a really poisonous, like, stinger, the scorpion or something, like you shouldn't be able to adventure after that. You should be laid up somewhere. But anyway, let's go ahead and Sunder Shaman. After we nitpick pedantically. Let's play a Bone Crusher. Let's just see if we can lock this game up. Although I never trust swamps on the other side of the board. It's like if you're playing swamps, you've always got something. is my philosophy. Oh, they're going to scoop it up within a few turns. That wasn't much of a win. But, I mean, we did play the deck the way we want to play the deck, right? We just played like a bunch of giants smash their face in. So that's, I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. So I'm glad it did that again. But I'm actually, since that one was so short, I'm going to tempt fate here and go one more deep. Hopefully this video isn't like an hour and a half long, but whatever. People upload like 2-hour gameplay videos all the time. People watch them, so we'll give it a shot here. Up against Malathier. It's got to be it. Malathier for this one. And, yeah, I'll take that. Even though we don't have white sources to cast this Realm Cloak Giant, we might be able to get to this Nissa a turn or even two early if things work out. So let's try that. Oh boy, Tournament Grounds. Fable Passage. There's the white source when we actually need it. So that's good. Let's Forest Graze. Stomp the ground. Sega. Alright. Mountain. Turn 2. Fervent Champion. That is so adorable. Alright. Really good start. Let's bop. Block. Rampart Smasher. Do we actually want a white source? Yeah, we do. I'd really like 2 of them, if I'm being completely Oprah honest with you. But let's go ahead and Fabled Passage. Attorney General. Drop this mountain as though it were of high temperature. And then, in the turn. Alright. Still have to draw another white source. And that's no good. Oh, and that kind of sucks too, because you're going to be able to draw a bunch of cards. Pass it up. And let's Fable Passage for the white source. Let's just do the right thing. Because, you know. My maniacal laugh. It's like, what's the most ironic thing Dev could draw right now? There it is. So let's say go after we don't drop a land. We ramp for a million turns and then don't actually pay off. Oh, God. My life, my life, my life, my life. Alright, so all we need is like a Temple Garden and we are in business, bad boys, for life. However, if we don't get a white source, we are in considerable trouble. So there's that too. Let's choose blockers and just block the Reaper because they can't actually pump the champion. So, yeah, unless we'll block Knight. So, what I meant is we'll block Knight because we don't have to worry about it pumping. Still got 3 mana. I wonder if that Tournament Grounds is actually kind of screwing them. You could have cast Embercleave this turn, though, and that would have been awful. Yay! Fabled Passage to the rescue. Oh, but you can't get a white source because I took the other white source out of the deck. Woo! Okay, so now we have to get a red or green source. Let's get green. And just play a Nissa? I want to save the Nissa. Let's Rampart Smasher. And no attacks. And our opponent is like, really? Rampart Smasher? What are you doing, Brosif? Alright, so they got the mana to pump Knight of the Ebon Legion. Something we want to keep in mind here. Now, just so you know, there were 2 planes at the beginning of this. I took one out specifically because Rampart Smasher and Sunder Shaman are so hard to get to on curve when there are 2 planes in the deck, at least consistently. So I chopped it down to 1 white source, and that's the result. Arena really has a way of punishing you, more so than Paper Magic, for decisions like that. So what we're going to do is, God, I wonder if Embercleave happens this turn. What we're going to do is block. You're going to pump the Knight. And they don't Embercleave, so that's for the best. I'd really like to be able to cast Realm Cloak Giant before they can Embercleave. Thank you, Temple Garden. Thank you, Temple Garden, for being a Magic card. Realm Cloak Giant. Get this out of my face. It's also nice that we were able to block the Midnight Reaper so they don't actually draw like a bunch of cards from it. By the way, if they cast like 3 creatures this turn, which they have the ability to do, we can just Realm Cloak Giant again. Should sew this up. The Fervent Champion. Dreadhorde Butcher. Ooh, a Dreadhorde Butcher. That's cool. Alright. Huh. Spicy. It's very tasty. Man, Dreadhorde Butcher in a deck with a bunch of Tournament Grounds. You have some stones, Malathier. Alright. Let's go down to 13. And see what gives. Okay, nothing. But we'll actually go down to like 11 here. Because I'm going to Realm Cloak Giant again. And then we're going to take 2 from the Butcher. We're just going to pop in. And then we're eventually going to Stomping Ground. Here we go. Alright, so 3 cards left in their hand somehow. That Midnight Reaper really did end up helping them out, even if it only drew them like 1 card. It does not seem like they should have 3 cards in their hand right now. Nonetheless, they do. A Dreadhorde Butcher again, wow. Now they've just got Tournament Grounds. Alright, Order of Midnight. Interesting, isn't it? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get in with Smasher. Cast Nissa. Oh, I should have cast Nissa first. Ah, there it is. There's the big comment section gripe right there. Okay, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it. Okay, should have cast Nissa first there so I could have attacked with the land too. Totally understand that. I get it. I'm sorry. Jump the gun on that. My apologies, comment section. Alright, so... oh, I'm gonna get it for that. Alright, so let's Prison Realm. The Dreadhorde Butcher. Have our Scry Party. And they'll just scoop anyway. So see, it didn't actually matter. I could have played more optimally in that last turn. I get that, but you see, it'll look the same in the box score in the morning, as they used to say back in the day when baseball was still a sport. Isn't the World Series going on right now? I was a little upset. I'm a real American now because I was upset this past week that The Masked Singer was preempted by the World Series. So I was reminded that baseball existed. I was like, oh, I like The Masked Singer. I'm American. Let's take another look at Naya Giants. Now, I could definitely understand putting in like Justice Strike instead of Response Resurgence. Didn't have the best day with Response Resurgence because we didn't see a single questing beast all day, which I don't think I can say for any day in the last like 2 weeks of me playing Arena. It's pretty crazy we didn't run up against a single beast, but it did a little bit of work, not enough though. We were never able to actually cast Resurgence, like to where it mattered. In any of these games, but altogether the deck did what it was supposed to do. Realm Cloak Giant, cleaning things up, getting through with big giants and whatnot. So again, pretty simple concept, but it worked out. It worked out. We actually only saw the Nissa in like one game. You don't have to have this card in the deck. It's just really good, and we're playing Forest, so it's in the deck. But you don't have to have that in the deck whatsoever. Cut down on the budget just a little bit. And also, once upon a time, somebody in the comment section of the Deck Tech said, you should bring up some budget options for stuff like that. It's really expensive. So, the 2-mana Bond of Flourishing, the 2-mana green thing that goes 3 cards deep, gets a permanent or something, and then you gain 3 life. That's actually a pretty decent call in this slot if you don't have Once Upon a Time. That's like 10 cents. Once Upon a Time is like $17. So, you could actually make this deck fairly budget. Even when it comes to the mana base, you don't have to play all of these, shock lands, although they do help the deck tremendously if you do play them. But that said, this deck could be reasonably budget because even though like Realm Cloak Giant is a heavily played mythic at this point, it's only like $3. Bone Crusher Giant, it's like $2, and it's one of the best cards in Standard. So like that actually isn't super expensive to play. There's a bunch of different ways to like put it together. So I don't know. Let me know how you felt about it and all the gameplay, other than the Nissa thing, which I immediately recognized as dumb. What else? What other lines did I miss and all that in these games? Just let me know down there. Share the video around, like it, join the Patreon, $1 a month to pick what stuff we do around here, including what ultimately gets done as gameplay. So, yeah, do all that stuff. Go to TCG Player, first link in the description to check out this deck list and pick up any pieces that you need if you enjoyed the deck and what it does and the core philosophy and all that. So, yeah, but I think I'm done because I've already wasted enough of your time. I'm Dev from the Place. Thanks for watching, my wizards. Spread love and be kind.